welcome to this week's European Circle Report. José Manuel Barroso, President of the European Commission, held his first speech on the State of the Union at the European Parliament in Strasbourg. It was his first speech of its kind in which Barosso talked about the past, present and future of the Union in a global context.
Europe must show it is more than 27 different national solutions. We either swim together or sink separately. We'll only succeed if, whether acting nationally, regionally or locally, we think European. I see 5 major challenges for the Union over the next year: dealing with the economic crisis and governance, restoring growth for jobs by accelerating the Europe 2020 reform agenda, building an area of freedom, justice and security, launching negotiations for a modern EU budget, and pulling our weight on the global stage.
After his speech, Barosso was strongly criticized by the heads of some parliamentary parties. Martin Schulz, head of the European Social Democrats, even blamed Barosso for being responsible for the bad situation in which the European Union finds itself. Some parliamentarians criticized Barosso for not denouncing the French government for having expelled Roma from France and continuing to do so. In his speech, Barosso said that racism and xenophobia have no place in Europe. However, he did not mention the immediate problems in France.
Members of government must not start a witch hunt just because they are under pressure. There are people in Europe who do so. And you can name these people. It's the government of Nicolas Sarkozy, Francis Fillon and Brice Hortefeux. I wish you would have mentioned it, that the names in order, for you to see that Barosso is talking on a fight.
Not only Schulz criticized Barosso for his speech, David Cohn-Bendit, head of the European Green Party, blamed Barosso for not having mentioned many problems in his speech and for being inactive as President of the European Commission.
Là-dessus, Monsieur le Président, vous êtes aux abonnés absents.
You are the absent president of a Europe that needs a president. That is our problem, and that is the state of the Union.
Voilà notre problème et la situation de l'Union.
On September 7th, the Economic and Financial Affairs Council held a meeting concerning European financial politics in Brussels. The European Ministers of Finance agreed on tighter control of national budgets and the establishment of new institutions for financial supervision. Belgium's Minister of Finance, Didier Reynders, was the chairman of the meeting.
Deux accords qui ont été pris ce matin, on termine la séance de l'ECOFIN.
There were 2 agreements this morning at the sessions of ECOFIN on 2 very important subjects. The European semester is a part of budgetary consolidation, so that the procedure can begin next year. Then we have a new architecture for financial supervision, where we've confirmed the agreement reached the European Parliament.
The so-called European semester will enable the European Union to get a look at national budgets at an early stage. Every member of state of the European Union has to report its midterm financial strategy. The Council will then give its recommendations to each member state. Olli Rehn, European Commissioner for Economic and Financial Affairs, approves of the European semester.
I welcome the agreement on this European semester, which will be introduced as of January 1st next year.
The Council and the European Parliament also agreed on creating 4 new financial supervision bodies, which are going to supervise the European financial markets starting next year. This has been this week's European Circle Report. I hope you will be watching again next week.